So today I have a bit of a random video, but I'm going to be using Cripple Moab and Churchill on Chimps together, which is definitely a bit random, but this came from a stream where Trev, you might know him, said that Cripple is trash, and I said I will have none of that, and I'm going to use Cripple Moab. And without really any idea what I'm going to do, I just loaded up a game of Sanctuary with Cripple Moab and Churchill. So there wasn't much planning or thought done into this, and Psy would be able to get like cheaper, just something with Psy. You could also definitely do like a lot cheaper of a combination, but I basically just went into Churchill and then went into Cripple Moab and realized that I really was lacking a lot of Pierce, and I had to change some things up. So it's not the most optimal thing. The planning's kind of very bad, and it's very off the cusp kind of in a way, but I just wanted to have some fun with Cripple Moab and Churchill and maybe get a little bit of cash spare. I ended up getting like 50,000 cash spare, which isn't of course a crazy amount, as you would probably guess by now, but it's still just something fun. And Churchill is definitely very fun to use though, but I was kind of actually underwhelmed by his performance in this game. I usually think of Churchill as like absolutely able to destroy it, but really that's more so with Energizer, because I really like use Churchill a lot with Energizer here, or really heavy hitting like high Pierce Tower, but I was just really lacking a lot of Pierce in 98. That was really the big round that Cripple Moab doesn't really do well against. Psy is actually really good. That's why Cripple Moab and Psy is a great combination, because Psy will be able to take out 98 with like a perfect nuke ability. You can have Cripple Moab on strong, take out the ZMGs, then Psy just nukes everything on the inside. It's so beautiful. If you've never seen a video, maybe I should do another Cripple Moab video where I kind of like run like that. Maybe something on Muddy Puddles, I don't know, something like that would be really cool. I end up going for a 502, which is pretty interesting. It has a lot more damage. It's also really good against 100. I'm just going to be using that to wipe out 100. So 502 with overclock, even on a short map, 100 is going to be gone, and it also has the advantage of being able to clean up a little bit better with that single target and AoE with a faster attack speed. So that's why 502 is better in this case. Sometimes 520 might be better, but usually if you're going to be doing a lot of micro and stuff like that, if you're just leaving it on strong, 520 is going to be better. But if you're doing a lot of micro and all of that, 502 usually actually is the way to go, which is really interesting. But yeah, with Psy, that round 98 issues dealt with. Then DDT's 100 is absolutely free. So it's a really cool combination. It just needs like something extra to kind of push it along. And I'd really just say Bads and Overclock is what I'd use there. And then with that, I'd just kind of be able to win with a lot more cash spare. But with Churchill, I thought I would have like a pretty similar result at least. Maybe I had to spend a little bit more with like this Relentless Glue here up at the top. Probably still need a Moab glue for Psy, but I thought that level 3 with overclock would just be able to shred 98. I was kind of wrong. You'll see that a little bit. And then I had to make a decision on what to buy, and I was kind of jumping all over the place. I went into Sandbox, like test it out and stuff. I was like, would super glue be good enough? And no, not really, because it doesn't really have any good synergy with Psy and that stuff. And I ended up not Psy, with Cripple and that kind of stuff, and I ended up going for Bloon Solver, which I guess you'll see later on. But with that in mind, I could have done this early game a lot cheaper if I'd gotten Bloon Solver earlier. Well, a lot cheaper, more just like that ice would be cut. But I go for the downdraft. All of this should be able to go straight into the Cripple Moab for me, and it should just be a breeze right up until 94, which is when I start to get Pierce issues on Churchill. And yeah, that's kind of really where it leaves off. So the early and mid game was really awesome. Cripple Moab just shot straight through everything. It's a really cool tower. Just needs some little extra help with the Pierce and being able to take out around 98. But if that's covered, it's just an amazing tower. Really fun to use, especially if you can micro it around. So I'm going to come back in the late game and we'll see where it takes us. So here on round 91 and 92, I just have an insane amount of cash burn. I know I'm gonna have to like spend it, but I'm hoping I don't have to spend that much, so I could end with like 60,000 plus cash bear. Energizer I think will get like 60 something ish, so yeah, I could have Energizer would have just been so free, but that's kind of something that I didn't want to do, and obviously not want to reset. But I can decamo all of these DDTs just by microing the foam around. It does have 042 on that foam, so I do get the extra pierce, so I actually can get all the DDTs with just one single foam. And on 94, this is where I decide to go for the Bloon Solver. So 51k save up is actually pretty neat. I'm gonna have that kind of cash at the end, but now that I get Bloon Solver, I gotta rebuild all of that with the rest of the rounds. So this is just gonna make 94, 95. Well, I do have to do like some more micro. That's kind of more so the ability timing and cripples part, not the solvers part. But 96 and 97 with cripple is just going to be absolutely free. Well, 96 is more so free because of the solver, and then that will bring me to 98, which is really the only issue round. Like all of these other rounds were just absolutely free, even going up until 94 with just without the Bloon Solver, with just like Cripple Moab and Churchill, was very, very easy too. So it's kind of a little bit one-sided challenge, again a little bit goofy, off the cusp, not really super optimal like planned ahead. But this 98, I also had to buy 4k on the Churchill level, which was kind of disappointing, so that did push a little pretty penny into what I could have gotten at the end. Like 55k and 50k is a decent-ish enough difference for me to kind of care a lot of the times, but I just couldn't do it without it. And even with that solver, this 98 was kind of close. Like it surprised me a lot. 99 though and 100 were absolutely free, which is really awesome. That 502 cripple just rips apart DDTs. It's so satisfying. And then watch this 100 just die with a really fast attacking Cripple Moab. So yeah, a lot of fun though. Cripple Moab's an awesome tower. Solver's also really fun too. And 50k spare is not bad, I guess.
Thanks for watching. If you want to help out the channel, you can check out these new videos, like and subscribe for more content, support the channel by becoming a member, and joining the Discord to chat with the community. Bye!